All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. All right. Now, the name of this lesson is going to be Back to the Basics, dealing with Jacob and Esau. All right. And that should be pretty basic because when I first came into the truth, that's how, that's one of the first things I learned. All right. Because you got to know who the nation of Edom is, and you got to know who the nation of Israel is. All right. Because that's basically what the main understanding of the scriptures. You got to know who those two nations are, because that's very important, man. All right, because the whole scriptures is based around Israel. It is based around Israel, but Israel has a sworn enemy. All right, those are two major nations that the Bible talks about. All right, and major prophecy deals with those two nations. All right, so knowing who Jacob and Esau is and the nations that come out of them are very important, because there's great prophecy that's getting ready to take place that hasn't happened yet. All right, major prophecy that deals with the nation of Israel and the nation of Edom, man. All right, so our job is to let you know. Our job as prophets is to let you know and teach you who Jacob is and who Esau is and what nations come out of them. All right, and what the prophecy is dealing with them. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. Let's start at the 20th verse. All right. This is Genesis 25. All right. So Genesis 25 and 20, it says right here, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah the wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister of Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. Why did her children struggle together? Who were her children? Jacob and Esau. It says, and the children struggled together within her, meaning they were fighting each other in the womb. And why were they fighting each other? Because those children are enemies, all right, to each other, all right. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire the Lord. Yeah, so she's asking the Lord, why are they fighting in my womb, in my belly? All right, and this is what the Lord said, the 23rd verse. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb. Yeah, because out of Jacob and Esau come two different nations. Out of Jacob comes the nation of Israel, and out of Esau comes the nation of Edom. All right. So she said, two nations are in thy womb, and that's why they were fighting, because those two nations are sworn enemies. All right, the nation of Edom and the nation of Israel. All right. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Yeah, there was two totally different people in her womb. All right, which is the nation of Edom and the nation of Israel. Two totally different types of people. All right, and the nation of Israel today is you so-called Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans. All right, and the nation of Edom, which comes from Esau, is the so-called Caucasian race, the so-called white man. All right, and those two nations of people, those two races of people, couldn't be more different than each other, man. All right, look at so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. They're way different people than the so-called white man, the so-called Caucasian race. All right, they have a whole different swag, a whole different demeanor to them, a whole different everything, man. Everything about those two nations, all right, those two races are completely different, man. All right, so it says, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other. Yeah, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians, all right, you're naturally stronger than the so-called white man, all right, than the nation of Edom, all right. We're naturally stronger. All right, we're better at everything, sports. All right, everything you could think of. We're the greatest people on the earth. That's why we're naturally stronger, because we're the nation of Israel. We're the Israelites, God's chosen people, man. All right, you Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, man. All right, we're the greatest people on earth, man. Even in our low state here in this society, man. We came over here on slave ships, all right? And ever since then, we've been at the bottom of society, and still we dominate over these other nations, man. All right, when it comes to sports and everything else, man. Who are the greatest basketball players? Who are the greatest soccer players, dancers, singers? All right, the best boxers, the best football players, man. All right, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, man, because you are the true Israelites, man, that the Bible speaks of, man. All right. So it says, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people. Yeah, the Israelites are stronger than the Edomites naturally, man. All right, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you're stronger. You're stronger, naturally stronger than so-called white man. All right, and it says the elder shall serve the younger. Yeah, because Esau came out first, man. All right, and Jacob came out second, and it says the elder shall serve the younger, meaning the Esau, Edom, all right, the nation of Edom is going to serve the younger, which is the nation of Israel in the kingdom of heaven. They're going to be our slaves, all right. Right now they serve us because that was prophecy, all right, when the Lord said, when Isaac blessed Esau, when he shall have the fatness of the earth, meaning the rulership of this earth, man, all right. So right now he's ruling, all right? But in the kingdom of heaven, he's going to serve the younger, meaning he's going to serve the nation of Israel, all right? Esau, Edom is going to serve the nation of Israel in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? So let's read that again. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Yet Esau is going to serve Jacob, man, in the kingdom of heaven, meaning the Israelites, the Edomites are going to be slaves and servants unto the nation of Israel, all right, in the kingdom of heaven. And that's going to be forever, man, all right, until 1,000 years. And then after 1,000 years, we're going to ball you up, and then we're going to burn you. And then it's never going to be one Edomite ever again, all right? Because you're the devil, man. You're the devil, and you have to be destroyed and eradicated off the face of this earth. The nation of Edom, man. Esau, Edom, you so-called white people, man. Because all throughout history, all you ever did was destroy the earth, all right? All throughout history, all you ever did was rape, rob, murder, all right? Steal, kill, commit genocide, all right? Destroy the earth, man, all right? By constantly sowing, all right? Seed, when you're supposed to give the earth a break. It's called the land Sabbath, all right? You constantly destroying the earth, man, by putting chemtrails in the skies, man. All right, destroying the ozone layer, destroying the ocean, the water supply. All right, putting lies in the education system, all that, all this deceivableness, man, all this destruction you have done all throughout history, man. You have to pay for that, man. You have to pay for that. You think you could do all this atrocity and just get away with it? Nah, the Lord got your number, man. You gotta be destroyed, man, and you have to reap what you sow. You have to pay for all that, man. All right. So it says, and the elder shall serve the younger, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Yeah, Jacob and Esau, they were twins, man. All right. And the first, meaning the elder, which was Esau, like we read over here, the elder shall serve the younger. It says 25th verse, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Yeah, so when they called his name Esau, because Esau, all right, comes from the Hebrew Ishashua, which means wasted away is he. All right, and why did he come out red? Because he lacked pigment. All right, what babies come out red when they're born? So-called white babies. All right, when they born, they come out red. Why are they red? Because their blood is showing forth through their translucent skin. All right. It says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. Esau means wasted away is he, man, because that's what he looked at like when he came out, man. He was wasted of his pigment. All right, he looked at like he was half dead because he was born with no pigment, man. All right, so that's why they named him Esau, because his skin pigment was wasted away, and that's what Esau means. Ishashua, which means wasted away is he, man. All right. Only white babies are born red, man. So-called white babies are born red, all right? It says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. Yeah, because, the Israelites painted their garments red back in the day, all right? Back in the ancient world, all right? And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came out his brother, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. That's a representation of something, but I'm going to get into it in a second. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. All right. Now, when Jacob came out, because they came out together, but Esau came out first. But when Jacob came out, when they pulled Esau out, Jacob was holding on to Esau's heel, man, and that represents Jacob pulling down Esau from this rulership of this planet Earth. All right, because like I said before, Esau is the forefather of the Edomite race, man. All right, which today will be the so-called white man who rules the planet Earth right now, and Jacob is the forefather of the Israelite race, which is you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, all right? And we're going to pull you down from the rulership of this planet Earth through this word, all right? And through the Lord coming back, because we can't do it on our own. Right now, we're doing it through the word. We're breaking down strongholds, all right? And that's why you're losing your power all over this earth, man, all right? Because the Israelites are out here breaking down strongholds, revealing who Esau is and revealing who the nation of Israel is, all right? Which is you so-called Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, man. All right, so let's get that. Let's get the precept to that. All right, in the Apocrypha. All right, so 2nd Ezra 6. All right, so let's go up for a little bit. So this is the precept to what we're reading in Genesis 25. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 6, and I'll start at 8. Excuse me. And it says right here, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. 9th verse, for Esau is the end of the world. So when Esau's world ends, all right, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So after Esau's world ends, after his rulership ends, Jacob's rulership is going to begin, which is the nation of Israel, which is you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans. All right. So when the white man falls from the so-called white man falls from the rulership of this planet Earth, the Israelites are going to rule this planet Earth right after him. All right. But that rulership is going to be forever, man, and that's the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, we're forever going to rule this planet Earth, man, and we're going to be gods on this earth. We're going to live forever, man. All right, and we're not only going to rule this earth, man, we're going to rule the entire universe, man. We're going to rule galaxies and planets and stuff like that, man. All right, the Lord said, in my Father's house there are many mansions. All right, and that's what the Lord meant, man. Many mansions, man. We're gonna rule the entire earth, man. We're gonna have whole galaxies to ourselves, man. All right, something that the so-called white man wishes he can have. All right, and he's never gonna get it, man. All right, and that's why he puts satellites and the International Space Station out there, man, so he can see what's out there, man. He's looking at what he wish he could have, man. All right, because he know he's not gonna get it, man. All right, starting with the elite banking families, man. All right, Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of, the one that sits in the temple of God saying that he is God. All right, because the so-called white man, the devil, he wants to be the Most High so bad, man. All right, and that's why he's trying to put a MOTB in you, man. All right, And that MOTB rhymes with Park of the East, man. All right, that's why he's trying to put that in you so you can know your whereabouts constantly, man, and have complete control over you, man. So he could be so you can be a complete slave, man. All right. So it says, for Esau is the end of the world, all right, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Yeah, so after Esau's world ends, Jacob's world is going to begin after that, man. All right, so let's read it again. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Yeah, and Jacob holding Esau's heel represents the Israelites pulling down the so-called white man from the rulership of this planet Earth. All right, pulling Esau Edom from the rulership of this planet Earth. All right, because right now Esau Edom rules this earth, man. The scriptures say that the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. All right, now who do we know who the wicked is? There's a race of people known as the wicked in the Bible, and it tells you who that race of people known as the wicked in the Bible in Malachi, the first chapter, man. It lets you know that it's Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right. So let's go back to Genesis 25. All right. So let's get it. Let's read 26 again. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and called his name Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare him. All right. Now, what am I gonna say? Why did it explain what Esau looked like when he was born, right? But it didn't explain what Jacob looked like when he was born, because Jacob looked like everybody else. All right, he was dark like everybody else on the earth. Esau was the first so-called white man on earth, man. All right, because that was a curse that was put on him. All right, back when he was Cain, when Cain killed his brother Abel, man. The Lord put a curse on him, and that curse was leprosy, man. All right, so we could know, so we could easily see who that man of sin is. All right, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the man of sin, the devil. All right, so that's why that curse was put on, so we could identify who that man of sin is, man. All right. So let's keep reading. All right, the 27th verse. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. Yeah, Esau Edom, the nation of Edom. All right, you so-called white people today, the so-called Caucasian, man, y'all are cunning hunters, man. Y'all always out in the field, man. All right, hunting deer and all types of stuff. That's what y'all do. You so-called white people do. Y'all hunt, man. All right, it says in and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Yeah, our people you're plain, man. All we do is like to chill, man. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, all we like to do is chill, man. Just cool out in the crib. You know what I mean? Just watch TV. If we got a bottle of wine, you know what I'm saying? That's all we like to do. All right? That's spiritual, man. It says Esau, who's the forefather of the Edomite race, which the Edomite race today is the so-called white race, was a cunning hunter. All right? Yeah, so even till today, you so-called white people, you Edomites, all right, you guys are cunning hunters. You're a man of the field, man. All right, it says, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Yeah, and to this day, our people just like to cool out and chill, man. We got that swag, we just be cooling, you know. Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. We're easy, man, all right. And Isaac loved Esau, but he did eat of his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob. Yeah, Rebekah loved Jacob, all right? And Jacob sought pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore his name was called Edom. Yeah, because he also ate that red pottage, all right? Because Esau, Edom, all right, the word Edom, this is why so-called white people are known as Edom in the Bible, all right? Because Edom comes from the Hebrew word Adawam, which means red. Because you so-called white people ain't really white, you're red. Because you're translucent, your blood shows forth through your skin, all right? And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore his name was called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? How the hell you gonna be at the point of dying, man, just because you was out hunting, man? The hell you talking about, man? You so-called white people to this day, y'all are still weak, man. All right, y'all are weak. Our people, there's so many people of our people, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, man. Y'all been homeless for decades, man, and still don't say, "Oh, I'm about to die." And nah, man. All right, you all so-called white people got a weak mind, man. All right. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage and lentils, and he did eat and drink and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Yeah, Esau didn't give a crap about his birthright, man. To just give it for some meat, to give it for some soup or some pottage, man. How the hell you gonna give your birthright just to get some pottage, man? Come on, dog. All right. Here's another point I wanted to get. Hold on a sec. Alright, let me get the Esau Edom PDF. I know they gotta have it. No. PDF. Let me see if I can grab it. Ooh, got it. Alright, because I got the actual book. Alright, you see right here? Alright, let's highlight this real quick. Alright, let's highlight this. But before I get this, before I go into this, hold on. Alright, before I go into this, let's just go to it like this. I like getting the I like going here. Alright, so it says, As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Yeah, so Jacob, alright, like I broke it down to you earlier, Jacob represents the Israelites, alright? So the Lord loves Jacob, meaning the Lord loves the Israelites. Those are his chosen people, alright? But it says Esau have I hated. Esau's the forefather of the Edomite nation, all right? And the Edomite nation today is the so-called white man, all right? The Lord said he hated Esau, man. Meaning what? He hates the Edomites, the so-called Caucasian race, the so-called white race. The Lord hates Esau, the so-called white man, right? Why? Because he's the devil, man. He is the devil, all right, that the Bible speaks of. He's the man of sin, the man of perdition, all right? The man of destruction, all right? The Lord hated Esau. So, but let's keep this in mind, all right? It says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated, all right? The Lord hates Esau, all right? But what, and this is the New Testament, all right? Esau died hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, man. All right, in the Old Testament. So why is the Lord saying he still hates Esau? Because he's not talking about Esau. He's talking about the people that come out of Esau, which is the Edomite nation. And the Edomite nation today is the so-called white race. All right. So if the Lord hates Esau, all right, the Edomite nation, and the Edomite nation today is Esau, I mean the white man, what does that mean? That the Lord hates the so-called white man because he's the devil, man. All right, now let's prove that, all right, because there's a book, right, called Who is Esau Edom? This book right here, right? Now, this book tells us who Esau Edom is. But if you have great wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Bible, right, you know who Esau Edom is because the Bible describes who Esau Edom is to the T, man, who he is. And we can figure out just through the scriptures who Esau Edom is, all right? When the Lord said he's a cunning hunter, all right? That he shall have the fatness in the dwelling of this earth, all right, that he came out red all over like a hairy garment, all right, that he dwelleth in the cleft of the rocks, all right, that he's the border of wickedness and all that, that the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked, all right. Then it tells us, then the Bible in Malachi tells us who the wicked is. All right, so keep this in mind. Esau have I hated. The Lord hates Esau, man. All right, so this book tells us who Esau Edom is. Let's see who Esau Edom is according to this book, man. All right, so it says right here, life and history of Esau. Matter of fact, let me can I? Yeah. All right. So it says right here, the life and history of Esau. Esau was the firstborn of Isaac. Exactly like how we broke down in Genesis the 25th chapter. When the twins came out, Esau came out first, and then Jacob came out second, holding on to his heel. All right, so Esau was the firstborn of Isaac, and thus was heir to the birthright. Yeah, he was heir to the birthright, but he sold it, remember, for the pottage. All right, and thus was heir to the birthright derived from the direct racial lineage of Adam to Noah to Abraham. Thus Esau was racially an Adamite, a Semite, a Hebrew, the racial stock of the white race. So Esau Edom, the Edomites today will be the white race. All right. But the Lord said right here that he hates Esau. So if Esau is the so-called white man, all right, what does that mean if the Lord say he hates Esau? The Lord hates the so-called white man, all right, the so-called white race, starting with the elite banking families, all right, and trickling down to you Joe Schmo, six-pack Edomites, man, you Edomite peasants that don't work normal jobs and walk around the streets and the suburbs and all that, man. All right, the Lord hates y'all, man. All right, so let's get the when let me see. I'm looking for something. Hold on, give me a was it hold on, give me a sec. I know it's right next to it. Yeah, I knew it. Like, I knew I was right there. All right, so let's read this right here. All right, it says Genesis 27, chapter 27. It says, and it came to pass that when Isaac was old and his eyes were dim, all right, meaning he couldn't see, you know what I mean, he was becoming blind, all right, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son and said unto him, my son. And he said unto him, behold, here am I. And he said, behold, now I am old, I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver and thy bow, and go out to the field and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. All right. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and to bring it. Now remember before when we read in Genesis 25 that Isaac loved Esau, but Rebekah, she loved Isaac. Okay. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to his son, spake to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and to bring it. And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, saying, behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, bring me venison and make me savory meat, that I may eat and bless thee before the Lord before my death. 8th verse. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Go now to the flock and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth. Yeah, see, kid is baby goats. All right, so you got people be calling your kids, your children kids. You call them goats, man. All right, and thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may be blessed thee before his death. All right, and that he may bless thee before his death. All right, and Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. Yeah, because our people, all right, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, we're meant to be smooth. We were always smooth at one point. Excuse me. Always smooth at one point. And Esau, the so-called white man, he's hairy, man. So-called white people are crazy hairy, man. Like retarded hairy. All right? You so-called black people really don't have hair like that. You know what I'm saying? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans really don't have hair like that. All right? We might be hairy in some places, like our legs maybe, but we really don't get chest hair, stuff like that, All right? And thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will fill me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing. And his mother said unto him, upon me be thy curse, my son, only obey my voice, and go fetch me them. And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother, and his mother made savory meat, such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, and were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son. And she put the skin of the kids of the goats upon his hands, and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father, and said, my father. He said, here I am. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat my venison, that thy soul may be blessed. And Isaac said unto his son, how was it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, because the Lord thy God brought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. Yeah, because it was usually the eldest son, right, that got the blessing. All right. And Isaac said unto Jacob, come near me, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him, and said, thy voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy, because you remember Esau was a hairy man, all right? And his brother's Esau's hands, so he blessed them, all right? And he said, art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may be blessed. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of raiment, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field. Because you remember Esau, he's a cunning hunter, all right? Esau eat him, all right? Smell of the field which the Lord had blessed. Therefore the Most High gave thee the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn of wine. All right, let people serve thee, all right, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curses thee, and blessed be he that blesses thee. All right. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac made the end of the blessing, Jacob made the end of the blessing of Jacob. Excuse me. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out of the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came from his hunting. All right. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise. And he ate of his son's venison, and that thy soul may be blessed. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that has taken venison and brought it to me? And I had eaten all of it before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. And Esau, and that's what the word Jacob means. It means supplanted. All right. And he supplanted Esau for that blessing. You know what I'm saying? All right. Did I say Jacob? Yeah, Jacob means supplanter. All right. And that's exactly what he did. All right. And it says right here, verse 34, and when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, all right, and has taken away thy blessing. And he said, It is not the right. And he said, is it not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he has taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and with wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Has that but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. Yeah, so that was the blessing, all right, that Isaac gave to Esau, man. Esau Edom, all right, which today would be the so-called white man, which is the fatness of this earth. And that's exactly what he has to this day, the fatness and the rulership of this earth. He rules this entire planet earth, and he has all the riches, all the money, all right. He has the fatness of this earth, all right. That was his blessing, all right. That was the blessing that was given to him by his father Isaac, man, all right. And Isaac his father answered and said, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of this earth, and the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live. Yeah, so that's another clue to let us know who Esau Edom is, all right? Because the white man, all he lives is by the sword, man, all right? All he does is destroy, man. All he does is kill, steal, commit genocide, man. All right, putting chemtrails in the sky, man. He lives by weapons, man, by straight war, man. That's all the white man knows is war, man. All right, because that was his blessing, man, that Isaac gave him. All right, it says right here, verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live. All right, yeah, Esau lives by the sword, man. He lives by destruction, man. All right, and shalt thou serve thy brother? Yeah, because at one point Esau Edom, all right, he served Jacob, all right, during the time of the Byzantine Empire, all right. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke of iron, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And that's talking about when we had Esau Edom, you know, in the caves, in subjection under our rulership during the time of the Dark Ages, during the time of the Byzantine Empire, all right. But he's going to serve us again in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. And that's what it was talking about here in the 5th chapter. All right. The 25th chapter of Genesis, man. When it says the elder shall serve the younger, man. All right. Right here. And the Lord said unto unto her 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder, which is Esau, shall serve the younger, which is Jacob. So Esau, Edom, all right, the Edomite race, which is the so-called white race, is going to serve the younger race, all right, which is the nation of Israel. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, y'all going to serve us and be our slaves in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. So let's go back to 27. All right. Yeah, so it says right here, verse 41, and Esau hated Jacob. And Esau to this day, the Edomite nation, the so-called white race, all right, hates Jacob, hates the Israelites, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, all right, because the white man hatred for you so-called Negroes and you Latinos goes all the way back to Jacob and Esau, to this right here, man. This is why the white man hates you so much, man, because we have his birthright, all right, but it's not really his, it was ours, man, because it was prophecy that the elder was going to serve the younger, man. That's how the Lord set it up, man. All right, because the Lord is dramatic, man. The Lord has it like this. The Lord has his story, man. All right. Everything that we see, the Lord has created. There's no such thing as free will, man. All right. Everything is according to the Lord's story, man. All right. So it says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Yep. So till this day, that's all the so-called white man does. He slays us left and right, man. The Israelites, man. Esau slays Jacob left and right till this day, man. All right. It's not what he has done, it's what he has done and what is he still doing, man. All right. The so-called white man is your enemy. Esau, Edom is your enemy. Jacob, you Israelites, you Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, man. All right, y'all got to wake up, man. All right, it's explaining who Esau, Edom is to the T, man. All right. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, does comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise, flee thou to Laban, my brother, to Haran, and tarry with him a few days, unto thy brother's fury turn away, until thy brother's anger turns away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then I will send and fetch thee from thence. Why should I be deprived also of both in one day? Excuse me. And Rebekah said to Isaac, I am weary of my life. Because the daughters of Heth, if Jacob take a wife of the daughters of Heth, such as these which are the daughters of the land, what good shall my life do me? All right. So, yeah, all right, let me get into this actually. All right. And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, thou shalt not take the wives of the daughters of Canaan. All right. Nah, that's not what I wanted. That's why I was going to keep reading, because I thought it was going to get into, oh, yeah, right here. Yeah. All right, it says right here, and Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac, his father. All right, then Esau went unto Ishmael, and yeah, because, hold on, let me get it. Yeah, because Esau was not supposed to take the daughters of Canaan. All right, when Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padanaram and take him a wife from thence, and that he had blessed him and gave him a charge, saying, thou shalt not take the wives of the daughters of Canaan. Yeah, so Esau, all right, who was a so-called white man, all right, was not supposed to take the daughters of Canaan, all right, and that's exactly why he did, though, because the daughters of Canaan, all right, were the sons were the descendants of Ham, which were so-called black people, which were dark-skinned people, and that's why he took on the daughters of Canaan, because he wanted his skin color back. He wanted his melanin back. All right, because remember, he was born pale, he was born white. That's why his name was Esau. All right, which means wasted away is he. His pigment and his skin was wasted away. All right, that's why he was named Esau. All right, he was born red all over like a hairy garment, man. All right. So it says, I'm going to read again. When Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob, he sent him away to Padanaram to take him a wife from thence, and that as he blessed, he gave him a charge, saying, "Take not, thou shalt not take the wife of the daughters of Canaan." And Jacob obeyed his father and his mother, and was gone to Padanaram. And Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father, then went Esau unto Ishmael, and unto the wives which he had Mahalath, the daughters of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Nabijah, to be his wife. All right. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it, man. I think that should be yeah, that should be it right there. All right, so I hope that was edifying. All right, I hope I broke down the story of Jacob and Esau to the point where you understood. All right, the breakdown of Jacob and Esau, and how we know that Esau is the so-called white man today because of the story of Jacob and Esau, and who Jacob is, man. All right, because I kind of want to get back into it again just to go over it. All right, because it says 2 nations. All right. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 many of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Yeah, so when Jacob and Esau came out, man, there are 2 many of people. There were 2 totally separate, different nations. They are not the same people. All right, the Lord separated them from thy bowels. He put a separation between their spirits, man. Made them 2 totally different people. That's why it says 2 nations are in thy womb. 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. Yeah, the Israelites, all right, shall be stronger than the Edomites. All right, the Israelites today are you so-called Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans. All right, it shall be stronger than the other people, which is his brother, the Edomites, which is the white race today, and we're stronger than them naturally. All right, and the elder, which is Esau, Edom, a so-called white man, shall serve the younger. Yeah, they're going to serve us in the kingdom of heaven. They're going to be our slaves. All right, because the Lord said, whoever put their people into slavery shall go into slavery. All right, the Lord said, who leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and who killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. This is the faith and the patience of the saints. All right, this is what the saints are patiently waiting for. All right, and the saints are the Israelites, which are patiently waiting to put you so-called, not you so-called, you Edomites, which are you so-called white people today, into slavery. All right, because you put us into slavery, so now it's our turn to put you into slavery. All right, and you got to go into slavery for 1,000 years. All right, because it's double. All right, the Lord said, double unto her what she has done to thee. All right, so you got to go into slavery, and after 1,000 years of slavery, we're gonna ball you up according to the book of Obadiah. All right, maybe I got into that in many other times in other lessons. According to the book of Obadiah, the Israelites, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, all right, you're going to bring the entire nation of Edom together, and after 1,000 years of slavery, you're going to burn them up, and there's never going to be a Edomite ever again, a so-called white man upon this earth ever again. And then after that, the other nations, all right, they're going to be able to go back into their lands, and the earth is going to be able to live in harmony, man, because there's no more devils upon this earth. There's no more so-called white people, Esau, Edom. There's never going to be an Edomite ever again. And that's according to the book of Obadiah, man. All right, the Lord said that we are going to kindle in you, man. We're going to burn the entire nation of Edom up, man. They're going to burn, all right? And they're going to burn on this side too with the nuclear missiles. All right. So with that being said, I hope that was edifying, Lord willing. All right. Call Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Qudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. Hope that lesson was edifying. And until next time, Shalom.